Hello, my friends, back for another weekly video with me. I'm so excited to chat about this topic today because when it comes to fat loss, I want you to know right now, you cannot be in a caloric deficit year round. So let me repeat that because here in the crash dieting world, I'm a sustainable weight loss coach, but in the crash dieting world, everyone assumes that they can eat 1,200 calories year round. That is not healthy for your metabolism, your hormones, your mindset, or your relationship with food. So I'm excited to talk with you today about the difference between maintenance and fat loss and signs that you need to take a break from a fat loss phase and maybe transition into a maintenance phase. And then what does maintenance look like? So let's dive in. Okay, so here we go. All right, so when you are in a fat loss phase, this typically means that you are eating in a caloric deficit to reach a goal. A fat loss phase typically means that you're carrying unwanted pounds and inches, body fat, and you want to lose that body fat. So that's the inches I'm referring to here. And typically to do that, you do a couple of things. One, you can attack it exclusively by eating in a deficit, tweaking your nutrition. But most of the time, if you want amazing results, you need to add in weight training as well. So here at Metabolic Fix, we focus in on one, dialing in the nutrition, but the next thing is dialing in the workouts and incorporating strength training, because strength training is one, going to help you boost your metabolism, build muscle mass, and it's going to help your body utilize the calories you're consuming and actually burn them for energy versus storing them as body fat. So a fat loss deficit usually means that you're eating below your maintenance calories. Now, if you do not know what your maintenance calories are, if you do not know what your BMR is, which is your basal metabolic rate, that is the amount of calories you should never go under. So a lot of crash dieting programs will actually put you at your BMR or even below it. And that will obviously help you lose weight quickly, but generally you're creating some metabolic damage in the process. If you're long-term eating under your BMR, it's going to negatively impact your hormones. Your body could also start breaking down muscle tissue and utilizing it for energy, because muscle tissue is very metabolically active. And if you're not giving your body enough calories and nutrients, it's very likely that your body will start to break down muscle tissue because it is just too expensive to keep around. So if you don't know those numbers, I do suggest that you work with a coach, a professional, someone that can really help you and do a full metabolic assessment on you. This is something that we offer for all one-on-one clients. And then in my group coaching program, which I only launch that a couple times a year, my group coaching clients has access to my signature macro tracking system, which allows them, one, to determine what their BMR is, what their maintenance calories are, which is the TDEE, and a healthy range that they should go in if they have a fat loss goal. But it is important to know your numbers. You do not have to track your macros religiously or anything like that, but you need to know those numbers. You need to know what is your maintenance calories so you can know what that means for you when you transfer into a maintenance phase. You need to know what are your fat loss calories and how many calories calories should you be consuming for a sustainable fat loss phase? These things are really, really important for you to know if you truly want to be successful at reaching your goals. So in the one-on-one coaching program, this is something that we do. We do a full metabolic assessment on you. Week 1, you are eating intuitively. So we're seeing exactly how much you're taking in intuitively without coaching, without recommendations. A lot of clients are already eating under their BMRs, and some are eating in a fat loss deficit and not seeing results, which is a sign that there is something hormonally, metabolically, as in metabolic damage or something stalling fat loss. But we do the full metabolic assessment so we can see what is a sustainable and healthy fat loss phase for this client. What does maintenance calories look like for this client? What is this client's BMR? And are they eating under their BMR at maintenance, or are they in a fat loss deficit? And then the next question will always become, well, is things working? So if you are in a healthy fat loss deficit, which, by the way, little plug for my free weight loss calculator, if you want to know what a healthy fat loss deficit would be for you, you can use my free weight loss calculator right now. If you go to the link in the comments and click on weight loss calculator, it will tell you within seconds what a healthy caloric fat loss deficit should look like, with a little bit of information that you would put in. So after you figure out those numbers and you know where you should be, if your body is responding well, typically speaking, I do not like to keep a client in a fat loss phase, and let's say they're not seeing results, for more than really 3 months. So if you're working with me and you're in a fat loss phase, a healthy fat loss phase, and you're not seeing results within a 3-month period, that is a red flag. We need to take a deeper look. What is going on? Are you accurately logging your food? Are you doing the workouts? Is there an underlying health condition, hormonal issue? Is there some metabolic damage that maybe, didn't show up when you were intuitively eating for week 1 and that metabolic assessment was being done? But we need to dive deeper. Even with my clients that are responding really well in a fat loss phase, they will maybe stay there a little bit longer. We have diet breaks. And so what this is a diet break means it could be for a day, a meal, a week. Some clients even cycle off and go on for maybe a month or 2, which would be more like maintenance, where they're not dieting, which I'll get to in a second. But a diet break is something that you need to incorporate in your fat loss phase to maximize fat loss. So yes, you need to have, 1 meal per week that is higher calorie to help reset your fat loss hormones if you are 90% compliant on your plan or more. So if you're hitting that 90% threshold or higher in nutrition compliancy, meaning you're eating all of your meals, you're hitting your caloric goals, you're hitting your macro goals if you're tracking, or you're hitting your custom goals set for you from your coach, which is something we do for clients that don't want to macro track. If you're doing those things, you're eating whole foods, you're following the principles, that you need to implement to reach your goals, then having that 1 meal per week will actually help you maximize fat loss. Your body will start to pick up on the lower caloric intake. And even for those of us that have healthy metabolisms, it can start to stall out fat loss because your metabolism is very smart and wants to regulate to the amount of energy you are taking in. So if you're eating less, it's natural for your metabolism to down-regulate and match your energy input. And so that is something that, you have to keep in mind. So you can have a full day where you're just not tracking and eating intuitively. And everyone is so different. Unfortunately, there isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. It really does depend how well you're responding, how compliant are you on your nutrition plan, how compliant are you with your workouts, is your metabolism healthy, is your hormones healthy, and then really setting up a game plan. Generally speaking, even through a fat loss phase, you need to have at least 1 meal per week. If you're checking off all the things I mentioned, a higher caloric meal that puts you in maintenance calorie range or a little bit higher than that to help reset your fat loss hormones and maximize fat loss so you can actually lose more body fat and stubborn pounds long term. So keep that in mind. And so fat loss phases are generally anywhere from, you can do 3, 6 months or even longer. But if you are doing a longer fat loss phase, it is really important that you're having some diet breaks. Now, this kind of naturally just happens with some of my clients that I've been working with for a year or longer. Although we all have the best intentions, life happens. And when life happens, sometimes you get knocked off course. So maybe logging your food or eating on plan or accordance to what your plan is just doesn't happen as much. So your calories may be higher, your food choices may be different. You're probably eating more in maintenance. That is an unplanned maintenance phase, but still you're going through that maintenance phase. And then you can get back on track with fat loss. So if you're not having any unexpected events happen where you feel like you're getting pushed off course, then definitely making sure you are scheduling at least a month or two throughout the year where you're giving your metabolism a break, you're giving your body a break. With a lot of my clients, this is when I like to practice intuitive eating. I want to make sure that they're learning how to implement all the things that I've been teaching them over the course of coaching. And it's really important for you to do this. Now, once you reach your goal, you can actually transition into a healthy maintenance phase and stay there. And so once you reach your goals, generally most people, depending on the amount of weight they need to lose, will reach their goal within a 3 to 12 month period. And the reason I say 12 month is if you have 30, 40, 50 plus pounds, like this year here in the Metabolic Fix community, one lady is down 50 pounds. She did not do that in a 3-month period or a 6-month period. It took her 12 months to do that. And so once you hit your goal, which is typically 3 to 12 months, it's important for you to bump your calories up to maintenance and stay there. And then you would start focusing on building muscle mass. You could still focus on body composition goals. You would want to make sure you're still consistently doing your progress photos, weighing yourself about once a week or bi-weekly, taking your measurements bi-weekly or monthly to ensure that you are maintaining. It is usually very, very beneficial for you to still have oversight on your overall, just how are you doing? How's your progress photos coming along? Your body circumference measurements, and overall, are you doing well with your maintenance phase? According to research, this is statistically proven, guys. Less than 5% of people maintain the weight that they lose. This is devastating. So the dieting industry is $1 billion industry and people are constantly doing diets, but no one is really maintaining. So having a coach, and this is something I always tell my clients, is you shouldn't graduate into the next program until you reach your goal and you are in a maintenance phase. Otherwise, you could be jumping ahead and you're not quite ready for that. And the maintenance phase is still effort. You're still showing up. You're still lifting consistently. You're still eating foods that are healthy. And this is why your plan needs to be sustainable from day one. The biggest difference is that your calories increase. And also you can increase sometimes with most people your treat meal frequency. So maybe in fat loss phase, you are having 1 treat meal per week. And in maintenance phase, you may be able to have 2 to 3 meals if you are being 90% compliant on your nutrition plan, your workout program, and hormonally, things are about the same for you. So I hope this was helpful for you, and if you're eating in a big caloric deficit right now and you're not seeing results, that could really be a part of the problem. So my advice to you is, one, if you really want to get to the bottom of things, take out all the guesswork and, just truly, stop spinning your wheels. As I like to say, it kind of feels like you're in a hamster wheel and you're going around and around and around. If you really want to kind of break free from that, the absolute best approach is investing in one-on-one coaching. So you can have a metabolic assessment done. So you can have your coach guide you, support you, coach you, and teach you how to actually eat for your goals and body. Monitor your progress, suggest change when things plateau, because plateaus are normal. Hold you accountable, and then also keep you on course, because life is always going to happen. It's just when you have a great coaching community behind you, you're going to be more likely to get right back on track versus staying off course because no one is watching. And not only that, us as an individual, we get very emotionally attached to those numbers. It's nice to have a professional that is looking at things and can give you information, guidance, support, and solutions that's based off of research and not emotion. And so that's been something that's really helped my clients and helped their transformation. If investing in one-on-one coaching isn't in the cards for you, definitely, make sure you use the weight loss calculator down below. Take that to see what a fat loss phase should look like. And remember, fat loss and maintenance are not the same. You should not be eating in a caloric deficit year-round, every single day of the week. You need diet breaks, you need maintenance phases, and if you're not losing fat within a 3-month period, you need some troubleshooting. And the last thing I want to leave you with today is, if you feel like you're really caught in this trap, my number one suggestion to kind of cure a lot of this is investing in a sustainable plan that you can maintain for a lifetime versus investing in a diet program, which typically isn't sustainable. For most of us, fasting, keto, cutting our carbs low, eating 1,200 calories a day, working out multiple times a day, obsessing over calories burned, that's not realistic or sustainable. And that's why that weight gain comes back. So if you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you can be notified when there are new videos that come out every week. And then if you have any questions, please let me know. Connect with me on social. I love hanging out on Instagram and my free Facebook community. If you're interested in the one-on-one coaching program, I will link that up down below as well. You can read through testimonials. You can read through just all of the page, everything that's included. And there is a free discovery call option. If you would like to chat, there's no pressure. You're not committed to signing up. If you want to chat to see if the program is what you would need to reach your goals in 2022. All right, friends, thanks so much for watching.